everybody, welcome back to my workshop. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed watching me kind of muddle through the process of turning this old hammer into a bladed, choppy, throwy thing. I was going for kind of a cross between a tomahawk and a warhammer, I guess. Tomahawk would have been no back spike, just the blade, whereas warhammer obviously has a hammer head and a spike on the back. Kind of going for a cross between the two because I had the material and I've never done it and figured why not. So this has all been for Dirty Smiths or Rory May's Zombie Apocalypse Weapon Challenge number 3. I've watched the previous 2 and it was fun watching all the competitors, see what they put together, and wasn't really feeling comfortable trying it myself, and now this one came around and I thought, you know, let's give it a shot. And during the whole process, my true novice, not even apprentice, barely know what I'm doing with a hammer, not mentality, but experience level really shows through. I can muddle my way through some hooks and make a couple of nice tapers every now and then, but my hat goes off to the guys that do really nice work all the time. Liam Hoffman, Alex Steele, Paul, I don't know how to pronounce your last name, dude. Toronto Blacksmith, beautiful axes. I see them all the time, and God, that makes me envious. So with this build, I thought I'd try it, and man, you guys all make it look easy. So there's a number of issues with this build as it stands. It's complete, sort of, at the moment. As far as the video process goes. So a couple issues you noticed with the video. The first one was, not the first one, but the major one was during the heat treating. I initially tried doing it in oil twice and it just was not hardening. File was biting, wasn't getting where I wanted it to be, so I took a gamble, I took a risk. I know common hammer material is 1045. And that's a water hardening steel. So I gambled. This hammer isn't very old. It looks like it in the initial pictures, but the truth is I'd already heated it up, intended to do something with it, and then that day got busy and never finished it. So it isn't as old as it looks. I think it's actually I think it was a Mastercraft from Canadian Tire, I believe. But anyway, my gamble was that this was going to be something like 1045 or similar, and that it would survive the water heat treat. And thankfully, it did. It didn't crack, it didn't fall apart, it didn't break, there's nothing wrong with it, and it hardened wonderfully, so that was good. But, so the eye on it's a little rough. Part of that was when I was drifting and it went a little crooked, and you can see it cracked the back of the handle there. And I should address the inside of it a bit better, and once I get this handle off, I will. I'm going to make another handle for it, because this was an old piece of a sledgehammer handle I cut off to use for striking. It was a little long, so I cut the excess off. It's about, I want to say probably about 12 inches, maybe, yeah, it's only 12. But it's all I had lying around the shop that was the appropriate diameter and size to fit the eye of the axe. So I gave it a try, knowing that it's too short for a throwing tomahawk. And it was more just a proof of concept, and I had an axe head and I wanted to throw it. So I did that. Once I get a hold of some ash or some hickory maybe, I'll make another handle. I'll probably add another 5 or 6 inches on the end of it to give it lots of balance and a better chance at throwing. I'm also going to take a little more time to clean up the blades and the bevels and the grinds on the blades. Those of you that work with belt grinders have my eternal envy until I can get my hands on one. Because doing this with an angle grinder sucks. It's inaccurate, it's backbreaking, it's no fun. But, so I'm going to clean these up with a file, try to get them a little sharper, and they'll stick a bit better, and then with the rotation and everything, with a longer handle, hopefully I'll have a bit more of a weapon for impending zombie doom, of course. The other thing I changed on this, so I posted it up on social media because I was working alone without a striker, which isn't really an excuse, but I'm inexperienced, so whatever you want. I didn't manipulate the material as well as I could have. I ended up cutting out a lot of material off this which works out a little bit in that it's a bit lighter, because most throwing axes are not all that heavy. I know all you Viking enthusiasts are going to get upset at me because they throw gigantic axes. Wasn't quite the style I was going for. But I had 2 designs drawn out on here. I had more of an equal swooped tomahawk-like looking blade, and then I had a more of a bearded Norse look to the axe. And that, when I put it up on Instagram and Facebook, was the clear winner of what everyone thought I should make the axe look like. Unfortunately, when I drew that initial pattern, I then put the axe back in the forge to work on the back spike, and I lost those markings. Trying to redraw that the second time wasn't that easy, and the final result is kind of in between the two. Not quite, but it's got a little bit of a beard on it, but I wouldn't even call it a bearded axe. It's, what do you want? It's my first bladed choppy thing. Anyway, because I wasn't manipulating right, I could have done it over the horn. I could have moved that material a lot more and forged a lot more of the final shape into it. Again, being new to axe making, that wasn't how it turned out. So future ones will be better. But it has been a lot of fun. It is fun to throw. I've walked out to my driveway many times already today, just for a couple minutes to throw it a few times, and it flies pretty good. But that's the build as it stands. I will make one more when I get it all finished up. I'll make one more video as the final submission to Dirty Smith's competition. I might make something else that goes with it, because everyone makes the comment of, well, why would you throw your weapon, and then what will you do? Which just leads me to thinking that I need to make a second weapon. I'm not sure that's going to be yet, but might make that as well. So anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate the followers, the likes, the subscribes, and all the typical YouTube jargon you hear. And I'll leave it at that, and just saying, hope you enjoyed, and see you next time.